The claim by some that this accord is an infringement of national sovereignty is quite simply wrong. It will not give WHO any powers to do anything without the express permission of sovereign nation states. If nations can negotiate treaties against threats of our own making, like nuclear, chemical, and biological weapons, tobacco, and climate change, then surely it makes sense for countries to agree on a common approach to a common threat that we did not fully create and cannot fully control, a threat that comes from our relationship with nature itself.
The World Health Organization is comprised of unelected, unaccountable health experts and bureaucrats, and they conduct their proceedings largely in private, until now. Tamara Ugolini here with Rebel News to launch a new campaign that we have started at exposethewho.com. At this special website, we will feature all of our reports on how the WHO sneakily conducts itself and expose its plans so that you can be aware of what is really going on in this realm of global health and ideation of global health architecture. Some researchers like James Roguski, who I recently featured in an interview, say that the World Health Organization, or the WHO, is attempting a global coup by amending existing international law. And they're doing this in private, face-to-face discussions happening behind closed doors. As part of the WHO, there are 194 member states that have signed on to its constitution. As part of this designation, they must comply with and abide by previously established international health regulations, or IHR. These regulations currently have protections in place that protect and respect the sovereignty of nations and individuals' citizens' rights and freedoms. In light of the COVID-19 global pandemic, the WHO believes that its mandate should be strengthened.
In the same way, the global accord now being negotiated will underpin the global approach to epidemics and pandemics for decades and maybe even centuries to come. And that's why we call it generational agreement. I need to be very clear. This accord or agreement is being negotiated by countries, for countries, and will be adopted by and implemented by countries in accordance with their own national laws.
And to achieve this, they are proposing sweeping changes through the IHR in backdoor discussions and secret face-to-face meetings in Geneva, Switzerland, happening this past week. The implications of these discussions and the subsequent amendments are broad and may be very far-reaching. Amendments could mean an expansion of power for the WHO through global health governance, surveillance, and erosion of national sovereignty for member states. If you do not want unelected health overlords to bypass democratic due process and hand over power to the diktats of the WHO, then sign our petition to have your voice heard at exposethewho.com. Because the WHO's unscientific and immoral COVID-19 pandemic measures have caused vast harm to the public and had questionable, if any, benefit to society. And now, as they move to strengthen their mandate and formalize their grip on power through changes to already existing international health regulations, many have concerns that the health decisions of sovereign nations will be left in the hands of unelected and unaccountable experts and oligarchs. Sign our petition if you agree that health decisions should be kept local and decentralized. For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini. If you want to uphold the democratic process and have a say in how your health is handled, denounce the globalist stranglehold that the WHO will have over the health responses of member states, then sign our petition and follow our reports at exposethewho.com. That's exposethewho.com.